talking about week 5, which is team chemistry. And so great teams aren't built by just talent alone, but it's built on trust. You know, trusting that person when they hit that shot. Okay, I've got the forearm, I've got the backhand, you know, whatever it may be, and you begin to trust that person. So the scripture is Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9. 2 are better than 1 because they have a good reward for their labor. So doubles will succeed depending upon the communication. I mean, have you ever played pickleball with somebody and they didn't talk the whole time? There was no communication, you know, throughout the whole time. So what happens is covering each other's stance wherever you may be, and you know, like if, for example, like if I'm going over to that side, then somebody should cover the middle. You have to communicate about those things with your partner. Teams that talk clearly and support one another win more points than pairs that play individually. Sometimes we do play individually when we're out there. Even though we have a teammate, sometimes you may feel like that you're playing by yourself. A lot of times that's the way life is. You think that you're going through life by yourself. Nobody knows what you're going through. Nobody is feeling the pain that you may be feeling at that particular time. And when I preached my very first funeral, a guy told me that worked at the funeral home, he said, never tell somebody you know how they feel when somebody dies, because you don't know how somebody feels. Now, you know, my mom died. I knew how I felt when my mom died, but I didn't know how maybe you felt. And so we don't know how one another feels, but as we build a team together and we communicate with one another and we spend time in community together, then we begin to build trust with each other. So strong relationships work the same way. So with your family, with your marriage, with ministries, friendships thrive when people stop competing with each other and start supporting each other. Unity doesn't mean perfection, but what it does mean that we're committed to one another to grow together. And these things are important. So in the discussion question, where in my relationship do I need to be more supportive instead of critical? That's your challenge today, is to think about that. Think about where you need to be more supportive, but yet you may be more critical than probably what we should be. So here's the weekly challenge, the second part of it. Encourage your partner, spouse, your child. I'm talking about your partner out on the court, your spouse, or maybe your children or your friend. At least one every day this week, out loud, encourage them.